Around the world, there's very poor public awareness of clinical research. Most people know little, if anything, about trials, or that they might prove a viable treatment option for them or for a family member. As a sponsor, you'd be naive to commission a website dedicated to your study and then to sit back and expect internet users to find it without doing anything more to ensure that they do. An essential rule of search engine optimization is that if you don't update your website regularly, it will soon drop down the search results. Web users will certainly find you if you're on page 1, but who's going to find you or be impressed if you're lurking on page 10? At the same time, clinical trial websites need ethics approvals in every country in which you want to show them, which means it's very difficult to change or update them in any way after launch. So, online advertising is critical to giving clinical trial websites the visibility they need, particularly in the 6 to 12 months or so after launch. Online promotion involves placing ads on prominent search engines like Google and Yahoo, as well as popular social media channels such as Facebook. In some countries, other social media channels and search engines may be more popular, so it's important to include those media as well in your advertising campaign, local policies permitting. When we plan an ad campaign, our first task is to identify those countries where online promotion won't be feasible, allowing us to strike certain countries off our list and avoid wasted effort. We would also rule out some countries on the basis of restrictive regulations or where their ethics committees have a history of rejecting clinical trial information for delivery online. But even if the regulatory and ethics systems allow online promotion, the advertising channels may not. Google, for example, currently lists only around 20 countries where they explicitly allow clinical trial advertising. That's not to say it's impossible to advertise in those countries online, but if you choose to, you run the risk of your ads being rejected by the advertising channel. A challenge for online advertisers is understanding what's acceptable to the advertising channel and conversely what isn't okay. For Google, for example, clinical trial advertising falls within their restricted content category, meaning material that can be advertised but with limitations. So, out of bounds for Google is any language that refers to a prescription drug, the possibility of a health improvement or a cure, and also any implication that a drug could be safe. It's hard to predict how online ad channels may change in the future. For example, a recent revision to Google's policy means that the character limits on text-based ads has increased, giving advertisers a little more space in which to fit their ad copy. It's changes like these that illustrate why it's important to keep abreast of developments and to adjust ad campaigns accordingly. And wherever possible, it's helpful to have a good relationship with the policy teams at your chosen advertising channels. That way you may get early guidance on the acceptability of your ad copy, potentially avoiding disapproved ads and the need to create new material further down the line.